Really back. I'm back, y'all. I had technical difficulties, but I'm back. Hey, everybody. I am back. I'm back. Anyway, welcome to everybody who is seeing this for the first time. Welcome to my channel. My name is the infamous Kiki. I've been in Wall Street journals. I've been in numerous publications. I appear on Geo Malik's channel from time to time when I have the time. I haven't done lately, but it's because I've been super, super busy. I thank everybody for joining me. I know most of you guys are going to watch this when I'm not live. You're going to watch this on the replay. So it is Easter Sunday. I had some people in here, but I'm just going to give these people a minute to gather up in here. I'm going to make sure that everybody can hear me. Gather up in here. I'm going to make sure. Yes, you guys can hear me. Hello, GSP. Yes, GSP, I made you a moderator. Please, everybody, when you come in here, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Read the description to support the channel. I do have 2 Etsy shops where you get 20% off. Some of you guys have already ordered from me. Thank you. The new subscribers out there, thank you. The other lurkers and watchers, thank you. We're talking about Love After Lockup episode Roses and Thorns. Here I watch TV. This week I'm going to be busy, but I'm working on videos tonight, and then I'm going to post them throughout the week. I'm doing 90 Day the Other Way. I'm going to talk about Mahmoud and Nicole. I'm going to try to do Brother Husband tonight, and then that video will probably drop maybe Tuesday and Wednesday. I do have a procedure. It's nothing serious. I should be out. I go in the morning, I get out in the afternoon. I have a procedure. It's nothing that serious, hopefully. And because I have that gastrointestinal issues, I was telling everybody this before in my previous video, but I had technical difficulties. I.e., my cat shut down my live stream. My cat just literally shut down my live stream. Like, he hit a button and all of a sudden everything just said, Bzz. I said, oh, okay, kitty. And then now his fat ass is laying over here asleep, y'all. Like, he over here. But yeah, I have a procedure on Tuesday, so I'm trying to get videos done so I can start posting more and doing things throughout the week. But I'm busy, y'all. I'm a mom, I'm an artist, I'm an entrepreneur. I work hard, and so I try to do these videos. I may be late, but I'm right on time, y'all. So hello Tamika, GSP, Dustin, anybody else that may be watching these videos. Hello. Like I said, I just try to give people time to gather in here. Like I said, I wasn't sure anybody's going to be here because it's Easter. Most people with their families. A lot of people are out of town. But as a godless heathen, we went to go see the Super Mario Brother movie today. It is a really cute, family, fun movie. If you like Nintendo, if you like Mario, if your kids like Nintendo or Mario, it was definitely worth it. My kids were entertained and delighted because they like Nintendo. So go see it. I'm burning up in here, y'all. But anyway, I got 4 likes, so I'm happy with that. And hopefully my naughty kitty over here. I got my eye. I'm side eyeing his ass over here. He won't do anything bad. But anyway, let's start this episode. Let's go. I give my commentary. I try to give timestamps where I'm at. So some of y'all don't even watch these shows. Some of y'all just want to like listen to me. Tamika says she knew it was the cat. That's right. His name is Mickey, and that's his name. That's his government name. But he's also nickname is Bolo. Sir Chubbs a lot. He is a 16-pound cat. So he's a big kitty. So anyway, I'm trying to fast forward to recap. Yeah, I'm always busy. But I try to come and do these videos. Oh, look at the baby. The baby, like every time I see Sarah and Sean, like it's getting to be more of a farce because it's like the baby started out as a little baby with no hair, then it has little hair. Now the baby got a whole damn bow. Next thing you know, the baby gonna be driving a car, getting ready to go on a date. Like every time we see this baby then aged about 4-5 months. So I okay. Yeah, that baby is cute. But Lord. And then every time we see Sarah, her hair has changed. Like it was brown, it was red, it was spicy red. Now it's back to brown with blondish highlight. Like I just this is just a whole gag to me. It's a gag, y'all. It's like, and I like Sarah and Sean. Like I heard them in an interview on Gio's channel. I like Sarah and Sean. They seem like cool people. But this whole storyline with the baby daddy and everything, This just like, okay, girl, right. Okay, girl. So, I like to say hi. What's up to my new subscribers? If I didn't already say that. Here's Kathy's boyfriend. So Sarah's talking to her mom and her mom's boyfriend about the problems that she's having with Sean. And I like that Sean and Sarah kept it real. Like in their interview with Gio on Gio's channel, they were sitting there keeping it real. Like they were saying that they understand if you're going to be on this show that you're going to get dragged. That if you're going to be on this show that you're opening up your whole life to strangers, that people are going to criticize you and talk bad about you, and getting mad about it is dumb because you agreed to be on the show. And they said you have to be really thick skinned. And Sarah and Sean was real cool about it. They was like, we understand what it is, and I'm like, did you see the shack behind them? No, I didn't see the shack behind them. With the mama? Let me look. Let me peep game. Oh yeah, they got a whole serial killer shack behind them. What's up with that? That shack looks very ominous. Yeah, right after I do this video, I'm gonna do the Mahmoud and Nicole video right after I do this video. So I'm gonna post it. So y'all take a look at it. But I don't know about the Sarah and Sean storyline. I don't know. It just seems kind of fake to me. Like it just seems like a little overwrought. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm just like, yeah, Sarah needs to go home, talk it out with her man or husband or whatever. Just I don't know. I don't know. Let me smell this. Let me smell. Let me smell. I don't know. I don't know what to think. And now Sean's talking to his son about what's happening in the marriage, yada yada yada. I get that. Abby deserves to know who her dad is. Like I get that. I'm not saying it in a way. It's how she did it and the way she was so sneaky about it. Yeah, the way Sarah was sneaky about the baby daddy and everything. My name is Abby. You know my type. I'm everybody's type. You can buy everything that is wrong with your gender. So I don't know. Anyway, past room commercials, we offer that. Their ploy or his ploy to get closer to Abby to kind of come in. But I'm kind of bored with the storyline, y'all. Like, am I the only person that's really bored with this? Like, am I the only one? Am I the only one bored with this damn storyline? Am I okay? Now we're going to Aris and Cameron. Okay, Sean and Sarah. Okay, to me, it's just much ado about nothing. It's just like average couple shit that people bicker about whenever you have a baby daddy or ex-wife. Last season, it was Sean and Kelly and Sarah upset. Now it's Sean upset, and then it's Sarah and her baby daddy. I'm just like, okay, this is like normal couple stuff. It's not anything, you know. And I am going to do the video about the friends behind the wall. That's what I was saying before I got cut off. I am going to do a video about that, about on the prison dating app. So y'all stay tuned for that. I'm going to get on the prison dating app and tell y'all my observations. And like I said, that video will probably drop maybe tomorrow because I got a lot of things to say. Okay, we can do a 4 or 5-day ultrasound, and we can also probably see the sex of the baby today. Okay, so did I miss something? I didn't know that Aris. Oh, Aris is pregnant. So she. Okay, so what? I'm like, did I miss something? Okay, so she was off her birth control, and then she ended up getting pregnant. So apparently, Aris is pregnant. And so he says he's okay. Cameron said he's tired of being surrounded by all this feminine energy. He wants a little killer. As to why, again, I have a 13-year-old son and I had a husband. Okay, for y'all who don't know, I don't think my husband ever referred to his son as a killer. I don't know if that would ever be appropriate or something I would want to hear someone say about our son as being a killer. I don't want my son going around killing shit because I don't want my son ended up in fucking prison or being some toxic ass male with some toxic male energy and continuing the same pattern of bullshit that I grew up with. So no, that just oh, it's a girl. So the baby is again like I feel like we didn't skip ahead 16 years, like apparently, and it's a girl, and so it's a girl, and he said F. Hey Joseph, what's up? Look, and it's a girl, and he's upset because it's a girl because he wanted a boy. My late husband just wanted a healthy baby. He didn't give a damn whether it was a boy or a girl, but okay, maybe that's my late husband. I don't know. And so they got to tell Aris's daughter what's happening. And again, I don't even know. Okay, she's 16 weeks. Oh, yeah, she has to be 16 weeks to know the sex of the baby. But you mean to tell me that? Okay, let me just recap Aris and Cam. So you mean to tell me that you talked to this dude in jail? I don't know how long she talked to this dude. Apparently, she found him on Facebook. I don't know how long she talked to Cameron before he got out. I don't know how long they were talking. I don't remember. The dude get out of prison. You married a dude within like what a week or so, y'all. I don't remember how long it was. They proposed, they got married, engaged, and married real quick, like within a week or two. Then it's been like what a month or so, or maybe not even that long, and she flew him down to Florida. Then fast forward 16 weeks later, and now she's pregnant. So literally, I mean, literally, it's been less than 6 months, and you are same thing with Justine and Michael. I don't understand. I don't understand for the life of me these women having these babies. Like when I had a child, I had I had a man. We were together for 4 years. I had a house. I had a brand new house. We had two cars. We had stable jobs. There's no incarceration between any one of us. When I got pregnant, I was terrified. I wasn't ready mentally and emotionally and physically to have a child. I didn't think I was ready. Nobody ever thinks they're ready. But I was really worried about being a good mother and being a good parent. Again, this is my first child, not my second or third child. So it's different when you already have one. But I was terrified. Like I didn't know what to think, what to do, what that meant for our relationship, what was going to happen. These motherfuckers be popping out kids like it's like you finna go buy a new bag. Like I don't understand the flippantness with children. I'm not flippant with my 9-year-old and my 13-year-old. My kids are my priority. My kids are my life, are my focus, or what I put my energy into. I worry about my children. I worry about being a good enough mother. I don't understand the idea of just I barely know you for 6 months. Let's just have a child and just hopefully it'll work out and everything will be good. And then then I got a daughter and I got to explain to her and she finna be the second daughter. And the whole dynamics in your relationship in your family is going to change when you're with somebody and you already have a child and then you two together have a biological child. The whole dynamics may change. It does change. I don't know anybody in this, I know other people in this situation, but their lives, entire lives have changed. Yeah, Cameron always say stuff that's inappropriate and childish. And so they arguing already. Like they just she just got home and y'all bickering already. Lord have mercy. They're bickering about yes, he's arguing over semantics, over the word type she using. So Cameron's sisters are coming to Florida.
In a year, and my husband has this attitude that he don't care what anybody thinks. He don't care what anybody has to say.
Yeah, he was saying that she's saying he has an attitude of.
To my father, I'm just saying, like, let's make things right.
She was saying that let's make things right with her dad. That let's and I think Aris may have been using the wrong terms. Maybe not make things right, but let's be honest and put everything out there to the dad and be honest with him, because she hasn't, from what I know in this storyline or whatever, she hasn't really been honest with her dad about her marriage, and then now they're gonna have a baby. So when she's saying make things right, not Cameron was like, well, you act like there's something wrong. There's not something wrong, but there's something missing there because there hasn't been honest. So maybe make things right is not the right phrase. I think she's saying that let's go ahead and just be truthful and honest and lay things out, and so there'll be no lies or deceptions, and which shouldn't be. It shouldn't be any lies or deceptions. They should just tell the dad, like, this is what's happening, this is what's going on. But you don't want to bring a child into this world and it's like, surprise. Okay, so everybody's the same thing with Tayler and Chance. I don't understand how they upped and had a baby. Like, these are grown people. These are not 19-year-olds. And these are not college kids. These are not high school kids having sex. And oops, oh, we were reckless and there was no birth control and we had a baby. These are grown people in their 30s, in their 30s and 40s. These are grown people who barely know. I barely having babies with people that, like, obviously that they barely don't know. And I just don't understand it. I just, I don't, I mean, it's not like it's unusual, but I'm just saying, I'm not really.
I'm asking for a 50K loan is what I'm asking for. To be clear. Why don't you like it?
So now Amber is talking to her parents saying that she needs a $50,000 loan. That's where she can get the money from her parents. So she wants to invest in a business, but really she wants her parents to invest in the business. And they are saying that they don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea either.
You can see that it's worth my life.
Her parents are saying there's going to be a lot of convincing because they're not convinced. I don't think it's a good idea either. I don't think mixing your friendship, getting in business with your friend or family members always kind of ends in disaster. So now we go on to Blaine and Lindsey, and she's complaining.
Yeah, it's definitely attitude. All right, I'll be back.
Like daughter, like mom.
Blaine and Lindsey. She's talking about she's an alcoholic. $50,000 for a bar that you don't even know. That's how the restaurant business and the bar business it's a tough business. Like, it takes a while before you actually start making money in any business, but the restaurant and hospitality business, it takes a while before you really start making money. You invest a lot of money in opening up a restaurant or a bar, a lot, and it takes years before you actually start turning profit. So
I work 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. I'm currently 14 months sober, and I get a lot of fulfillment out of my job working with people who are coming out of addiction. Like,
okay, so Lindsey has a job where she works people from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. I guess.
I had a full-time job with set hours. Okay, well, we're in the new house. Kind of.
So she's saying she's talking to her daughter.
Well, I don't know anything you guys saying. There's still a lot of unpacking to be done.
And so I guess the daughter wants to come live with her. Is that even a good idea? So the trailer's not done yet. So they got to find some place to live until the trailer is done.
This is the driveway.
What? Like, okay. Yeah, okay. All right.
No, we're fixing our problem. There's so little Wi-Fi that it's saying waiting to send, not even sending. There's no service here. No.
So she's telling her daughter there's no service out there. I was like, okay, I ain't moving out here. You gonna move out to some place where there ain't no service? And the way the daughter's looking, her face was like, she She said it smells like death and mold. The daughter was keeping it real, baby. The daughter was like, it smells like death and mold up in here. She like, it stank. She like, the daughter said, oh, it stank. It looked like it stank. I'm like, the look on the daughter's face is hilarious. Her face is like this.
Ever since I started working at my new job, I can't seem to get him motivated to do really much of anything.
Blaine ain't impact nothing. He ain't impact a hanger. He ain't put up a picture. There is nothing in that house but Lindsey's stuff hanging in the closet, baby. There ain't nothing else.
So somebody has to bring this money in to pay for the household. I'm so
What kind of what?
I'm really getting frustrated.
Dustin? A former stuff. Her daughter is just cracking me up. Like her look on her face is just like. I mean, it don't look that bad on the inside. It just looks real old. It just looks like an old trailer home. You know, where they got the air conditioning on the floor, the grates on the floor. That's how you know it's old.
Now that I have this house arrest bracelet on, I am limited to the times that I can be out.
Hey, Blaine, have you seen any socks?
So I'm kind of in a hurry to see where their days today because
I can't stand the way Blaine talks. It just irritates me, y'all. It just irritates me.
You should come with us.
It just irritates me. I just can't do it. It's a no for me. It's a no for me.
It'd just be boring, I think.
I want to let you down.
We ain't staying here. Come on.
The daughter looking like, can I just stay here? That's beyond a southern drawl. That's like a mush mouth redneck. I can't like the way he talks irritates me. It just reminds me of the Klan. I just can't do it. Like the way he talks is like a Mississippi ignorance. Like I just can't stand people who talk like that. Hell, I live in Texas. I ain't heard nobody sound like that here in Texas. The mush mouth. I can't stand that. That is a turn off to me. I need somebody that knows how to speak some English, knows how to talk, enunciate, MFR. Y'all hear me? You know. Yeah, I need some enunciation. I don't need you to sound like, oh, baby, no. He ain't did nothing. I'm playing up here. They paintballing, I guess. What is happening? This is, okay. Moving right along. I can't do it with Blaine and Lindsey. Like, this is just dumb. Okay, and we over to Tayler and Chance. So Tayler had a little cute little baby.
Give me a second. I'm trying to eat my breakfast.
Really? I've given you a whole lot of seconds.
Okay. Taylor's like, she's like, can you help? He's like, I'm trying to eat my breakfast. Again, I'm going to say it before, and I'm going to say this again on every damn video. I understand that these reality shows are not really reality. A lot of these are storylines and stuff like that. And a lot of, and I'm not on people's social media. None of these people, I don't go to their social media. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I don't watch other YouTubers' videos except for maybe like 3. So a lot of times I don't know what's going on. But a lot of times these people will come on here. I don't know what Tayler and Chance are saying that, you know, it's the way this is edited, it's the way this is scripted. But there is no way in God's green earth, as a human being, I would be on a reality show, number 1, because I like my privacy. Number 2, there is no way if I was Tayler, I would be on this show looking this bad. Between her and Monique, I don't know which one of these chicks look the worst, okay? Because I have personal dignity. I have a high sense of dignity. I don't want to be looking foolish in front of on TV, in front of my parents, in front of my job, in front of my cat. I don't want to be up here looking like Willie Foo for no paycheck on no reality show. So I have a sense of pride and dignity. I'm not going to be on no reality show where I look this bad with a man. That this man is sitting here doing whatever, talking to you whatever, and then you got to go online and defend this bullshit. Okay. What kind of surgery I'm having? I am having my esophagus operated on because I have a hole because of my gastrointestinal reflux is eating a hole at the bottom of my esophagus. So I have to have it sewed up. I'm also having a colonoscopy and they're sticking the endoscope down in the rest of my intestines to see what exactly is going on. If there's been further damage. If there's been further damage, then I may have to have a procedure or surgery or medication or something. The doctor can take it from there and tell me what I need to do. But so far, they're trying to figure out what's going on. And so now Taylor is going through Chance's phone because he is lying about.
Look, Tanya, I've known for like 25 years.
Why did you message her and ask her? I would love to chat and talk. Just give me a good time to call.
So he's talking to somebody named Tanya, and
No, it's not a stupid question.
he's like telling us a stupid question.
Okay, your friend, I never heard
Did he just call the baby talking about take it?
If we're gonna be in a relationship, I don't need permission from you to talk to my friends.
He said, I don't need, because Taylor's upset because she found text messages from, I guess he's talking to some other woman.
On top of the stress, dude, that I'm dealing with. I need money, I need to work, I don't have time to pay attention for that child shit.
He said childish shit. But my point is he's saying that he can't time to deal with this childish shit. I need to find a job. I need to work. But you have time enough to text message other people, other women. I don't understand. Like what? I'm not saying that he needs permission to have female friends, but I'm not saying that. But my point is, if I have male friends, he talking about Tanya is somebody he knew for 25 years. Okay, bet that. That's cool. But it should have been somebody that she should have heard about. It should have somebody that she should have known about. It should be whenever you sending this person text messages, it should be like, I'm stressed out because I got a baby, or here's pictures of my baby. This is what my baby does. See, I can't understand when you dealing with dudes and they're like, well, I can have female friends. I don't have an issue with that. But what are y'all talking about? Are y'all talking about the baby you just had? No, none of the conversations about the baby you had. None of the conversations about the relationship. Because when I talk to my friends, I'm sending pictures of my kids. I'm telling them about my life. I'm telling them about what's going on in my relationship. You know, not anything bad, but like, yeah, me and my dude, we went here. Me and my wife, we went here. Or Taylor's girlfriend, me and my girl, we did this and this. Me and the girls did this and this. I'm talking about my family. I'm talking about my job. I am not sitting there having whole paragraph long text messages with men, and we just talking about some other shit that ain't got nothing to do with my relationship. I just don't understand that, because if a person is your friend, when you just had a baby, I would think the biggest thing you would talk about is your baby. Was, oh my God, I love my son. Oh my God, this is what my son did today. I don't know any man that they don't have talks about their kids and what happened, you know. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. They got this commercial.
And this is the first time I've ever spoken about what happened. So I thought,
like, yeah, he wanted Chance want to talk about bills and what he doing and what he not doing, and oh my God, and what he is doing and not doing. And I'm just like, but you not talking about them bills with your homegirls that you texting. Anyway, I said, oh my God, because I'm watching this commercial and they're having a documentary about Brooke Shields, and people have been talking about Brooke Shields for years for her to come out, because she did some really racy films as a child, as a 10-11-year-old. She did some movies that, I mean, I watched one Brooke Shields movie. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic, but I had to say I watched one, what Pretty Babies, and I was like, have y'all seen that movie? Like, it's literally a movie about a 12, 13-year-old prostitute, y'all. Like, I don't understand how this movie was made. And then, like, in this movie, she's dating this older man that's like in his 30s. Like, the movie is crazy. Like, the thing that Brooke Shields did when she was a kid, when she did Blue Lagoon and she was topless and she was like 14 years old, the stuff that went on, I am dying to see a documentary about her finally coming forward and telling her story, because I promise you, some pervy, nasty shit went on with Brooke Shields that she hasn't really come out and said. And so I'm dying to see this documentary on Hulu, because I've seen the Brooke Shields movies and the commercials and I'm just sitting there going, okay, that's nasty. Chance paid. Yeah, did Chance pay off his box of bills? That's what I want to know. So now we're going to Derek and Monique, and he got last episode he got green light to leave, and he got picked up by Monique.
It's money, so spending money, coming to Chicago feels good. It definitely shows me that he loves me.
Okay, so Derek bought her some flowers. He got her some flowers.
That was real thoughtful.
He got her some flowers.
So much trust has been lost.
I mean, congratulations. What the fuck am I supposed to say? Congratulations? Because you got some flowers. Oh, congratulations. What did Miley Cyrus said? I can buy my own flowers. And then he get in the car and he checking his email or whatever. Okay. She got some flowers. Whoop the F. Again, do these people have jobs? Do these people have income? Are we living off PPP loans? Y'all let me know. Like, what is happening? Because obviously Monique ain't got, and then the place that they go to, this is obviously an Airbnb. This is not Monique's house. This is an Airbnb. There ain't no pictures on the wall. There ain't no shoes. House don't look lived in. We TV. This is an Airbnb, bitch. Come on now. It's an Airbnb. Who cares?
You want to drink some wine?
Yeah, we'll grab some.
There's no chemistry between the following. At least Aris and Cameron have a little bit of chemistry. There is no chemistry between. There's no chemistry between Derek and Monique. There's no chemistry between Tayler and Chance. At least Lindsey and Blaine, there's chemistry. Aris and Cameron, there's chemistry. Even Sarah and Sean got a little bit of chemistry. But there's no damn chemistry between Tayler and Chance. None. It's like I'm watching two roommates just bicker. There's no chemistry between Monique and Derek. Derek got to climb on the damn counters. Why is he climbing on the counter? Why? Why is he climbing on the counter? Yeah, the treadmill. There's an exercise room. It's an Airbnb. Oh, he's looking for the wine? And so, okay. So, no, Monique going through his shit?
I'll be down in a second.
I'll be downstairs. You ain't show me down here because she was down here.
All right, I'll be right there.
Yeah, it's definitely Airbnb for sure. Hello, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You ordered. You love this wine.
Why is the glass of wine so full? Like his is halfway and hers is all the way full up to the top. And I hate the fuck that he calls her Big Mama. I hate that. That's just stupid to me. Like, that's just Yes, honey, Derek is still talking to other women. I don't know why.
I went on the phone's website and then I checked your call log. There's a lot of numbers on there that I don't know.
So she checked his phone and there's a lot of numbers on there.
No, I ain't got time for that right now.
Right.
I'm tired.
There is no chemistry between them. It's like watching brothers and sisters hang out.
You calling me? I ain't calling
No,
you.
this is the call that you made. Who is it?
Show me I'm calling them. Not at all.
Pull out your phone and see if it's stored in your phone.
It's not.
Okay, let's see.
Lord.
My phone's upstairs.
Your phone is not upstairs. Because I went to your bed.
Stop ruining my stuff.
He talking about my phone is upstairs. Derek is such a bad liar. Like when he lies, you see it written all over his face.
Ain't nothing going on. You come with some call up. I'm right here.
If you know how to do all that to cheat, like, we don't have to be together. We don't have to be together.
I'm not cheating on you.
Derek, so why you keep sitting up here hiding your phone?
I'm tired of feeling like I'm in prison.
Derek, please. All right. You're not sleeping in the bed with me. You better be looking like me when you sleep in the house.
Oh, Lord.
You ain't come all the way out for me to be home. I know you on parole here, so I'm not gonna kick you out. So
okay, I don't understand. Yeah, when he stood on the counter, I was just like, why? Like a little kid. So now Derek and Monique is bickering back and forth because she looked at his phone and there's some numbers on there and okay, I didn't even hit this button. I don't even know what just happened. Anyway, there's some numbers on there and
At Take 5, you stay in your car.
whatever.
We're faster than you think.
And he's not being honest. You can tell Derek is lying. He's like, I don't have my phone is in my bag. It's upstairs. And she's like, no, your phone. You have your phone with you, Derek. Like Derek is such a bad liar. Like he is such an awful, horrible liar. When he lies, you can tell in the lies that he lied about. It don't even make no. It's nonsensical lies. Yeah, Big Mama is something you call your grandmama or your auntie. It's not something you call your girl. And then so he put the flowers in the trash, talking about you ain't getting no more flowers. Derek, who gives a F about some flower? Child, he really act like he did something.
Anytime I say something, it's probably the wrong thing to say.
It's like he act like he really did something. Ooh, I gave you some flowers. Ooh. Baby. Anyway, let's fast forward. Let's get down to the get down. Again, every time I see Sarah and Sean's baby, the baby looks like she's aged 100 years. The baby, she is cute though. She looks like Sean. Now the baby got teeth. The baby didn't have no teeth. It didn't have no hair. It was in a. Now the baby walking. She crawling. She. I told you she about to go on a date next week. She gonna be the 15.
She's absolutely in love with her sister, and she loves music. Playing the drums?
She looks like Sean's other kids. That's what I'm saying. She's cute. She's a cutie pie.
She's growing up. She's gonna be walking soon.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that baby gonna be walking in a minute.
Whoa! What are you doing?
That baby ready.
Be on my toes at all times.
That baby ready. She ready. She like, I'm finna crawl. I'm finna walk. I'm out. So now we're going to Amber.
Just get something for the house. Okay, so what is it, a one-stop day? Because we never have one-stop day. One-stop day. Every Saturday morning, we're like, hey, get up. Why don't you come with me? And I'm like, oh, we go. We're going to make rounds.
So Amber is with TC. Yeah, next thing you know, she's going to be driving the truck. Hey, what's up, chicken head? Yeah. She's going to be on her way to college. She's going to be graduating. She walk across that stage like, hey, girl. So now we're doing a TC and Amber, which I don't particularly like TC, so.
Pretty rough here lately. The last 3 months of my life have been bittersweet. TC's definitely not over this whole baby situation at all. But he doesn't want to talk about it either. He's not very good at talking about his feelings and emotions.
I don't want to be with no man that's not good with communicating. She's saying that, Amber had to go and have an abortion, and she said TC is definitely out of it. He's not over it, but he doesn't want to talk about his feelings and emotions. I can't. I've dealt with 2 men like this, like several men that are bad communicators, and I can't do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I can't do it. Like I can't be with a man that doesn't want to talk about anything and doesn't want to, because I'm a type of motherfucker. I like to talk. If y'all don't know, I like to talk. I'm a talker. So I can't be with somebody that they all emotions all pent up and they not you. Look, we better go to couples therapy. You better go to therapy. You better get better help or whatever whatever you got to do to work on your issues to be a better person. Then you better get to doing it because I don't have time. Yeah, you have to be willing to try. You have to be at least willing to try. But to be in closed mouth and you don't want to talk about your issues, there's no good that ever comes of that. Trust me, I know. Ain't no good coming there when you're dealing with a man that don't want to talk about his feelings, his emotions, and nothing. I can't do it. Maybe other people can. I can't do it. I need somebody that's open and honest about how they feel. that I don't want to sit up here and argue about the same shit over and over again because nothing ever gets resolved when people don't talk.
Yeah, why not make you feel good?
When TC makes comments like, yeah, just go to the gym, just do this.
Yeah, TC's like, yeah, just go to the gym, just get over it. I'm like,
having a conversation about emotions with me.
Yeah. She wants to have a conversation about it. And here my cat here again, got up, was at the foot of the bed, and now he laying on my leg, y'all.
Hey, that was almost me. At least I have an excuse to rest like I do every day.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't want to talk about it, but I'm just like, I don't. That's not a way to live to me. That's not a way to be a healthy.
Amber's going through a lot, but anytime I say something, it's probably the wrong thing to say at the time.
He said everything time he says something is the wrong. He feels like it's the wrong thing at the time, and it may or may not be. I don't think there's a wrong time to say anything when you're talking about emotions. I don't think there's a right.
Everything was great. Then this baby thing happens.
Yeah, she said they were so in love, and then the baby thing happened, and then now it's kind of like everything. She feels like now everything is just kind of awkward between them. And hi, Mickey. He's like laying here, rubbing his chin up against my thigh.
I want to be there for you. Let's figure this out.
Like he's.
I mean, you can talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not only that, yes, I need some. I'm glad I'm single. I'm glad I'm single too. I'm single too, and I just can't deal with. I don't have the patience to deal with another person like this who's emotionally stunted and mentally stunted. I've dealt with that for 5 years. I had somebody like that. So I'm good. You know, I can't. I dealt with somebody like that, and I'm over that. I don't want a man like that. Like if I can't have the kind of man that I want and then I need in a relationship, then I'd rather just stay single because I'm not. You know, I can compromise, but I'm not gonna settle. Like I'm not gonna be with somebody that I know that it's just gonna be a fight. It's just gonna be a problem. That I'm gonna feel unfulfilled and unloved, and I'm gonna feel some type of way just because I'm desperate for a man. I'm not. I'm not desperate for a man. I'm not desperate for sex. I can go without it. I ain't got time for all that. I'm too old. I'm too old to be dealing with. You know. So Sarah and Sean is back, and now they're not talking to each other, and you know. Why would you settle? Because people settle all the time. Because sometimes I've been told that what I want, I just feel like it's impossible to get sometimes, or what I'm looking for is not out there because I don't know. Nobody should ever settle. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Nobody should ever settle. I'm telling you, male, female, black, white, whoever, nobody should ever settle. But it's hard because I want a man like me. And it's apparently that's in short supply. And I don't mean everything like me, but I need somebody who works hard. I need somebody who's, if they have children, they're a good father. You know, I need somebody that is that's up to my level. I don't feel like I need to reach down and this cat just scratched. Y'all, the cat is trying to kill me, y'all. He scratched my leg. I just don't feel like I need to, you know, I don't have time to be with somebody that's I gotta constantly like work through his emotions and help get him to a certain level on certain things. And I just can't. Like I said, I'm gonna do my video about the prison dating app, and I'm gonna give y'all exactly my opinion about people who get on apps like this. And it's gonna be a rant, y'all. It's gonna be a ranter. It's gonna be a rant. Oh, my teeth are hurting. I got my braces redone. Oh God, what is that? I think a piece of metal sticking out. Anyway, yeah, arguing over Tide Pod. I don't get time to say. So Sean and Sarah talking, blah 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 blah. Again, Sean and Sarah, they seem okay, but like I said, it's not a lot of chemistry. They're crying. I just gonna fast forward because I just can't do it. Yeah, I just like I you know, the shit that they talking about and going through It's typical baby mama, baby daddy insecurities and everything. So we just gonna fast forward by that. Anyway, we're gonna get to Amber and Puppy. So
Oh yeah.
Amber's at the gym because she didn't gain a few pounds. Her trainer is cute though. All right, her trainer is cute. Her trainer like type of dude I date.
I don't know why I've been like putting that off or procrastinating about it, but I feel like I need it. Hey.
Oh, then here come Puppy. Puppy.
Of course.
So Puppy gonna show up at the gym because Puppy look like she didn't gain a few pounds too. It's all good.
I don't know where my phone is right now. I haven't been to the gym.
The trainer's looking at Puppy like.
Not really my thing, but I probably need it. And I'm gonna get to spend some time with it.
Puppy said the gym is not her thing, but she get to spend time. Poor sad Puppy. I know.
I'm trying to do me all by myself.
She's trying to do her all by herself.
A healthy new life.
Healthy new life, girl.
Where do you want to go? I want to at least make some difference in my life. Also, it releases endorphins, makes you high. That's what it says it does.
Puppy says it releases endorphins. It makes you high. Like she said it like she really was really banking on the highness. Like the way she said it was like she really wanted it makes you high. Girl.
Well, then I can't tell.
Okay, that's okay.
What do you mean you can't tell? I mean, I don't know.
So they lifting weights and Puppy, they both look like they got real awful form. Puppy's like doing like this, and I'm like, girl, what you doing?
And then you can't communicate with him. That's the problem. Since this baby, like I felt like I went through phone, and I feel like I'm not okay with that. And I also feel like there's like a last of, because I feel like when you go through something traumatic like that, like it's worth it to try to figure it out.
Oh, girl, I'm not. I guess I don't know. I guess I'm just a different kind of person. I'm the type of person like, okay, you know, Puppy does follow Amber like a puppy, but
Trust me, I'm feeling that right now, every day.
Right.
It's not just a no. Let's go. He's done all the right things until it happened, and now that happened.
She was saying that TC was doing all the right things, and then what happened with the baby?
Yeah, but Eric's done a lot to you. Yeah. TC ain't done a lot of to me. This is just one situation that I'm trying to figure out how we navigate through. That's completely different. But I just feel like I couldn't be in your life with him in your life. Don't you want to be in my life now? Bitch, I'm about to take you to my house. I'm about to show you my house.
Yeah, so Puppy's like, well, don't you want to be in my life right now? Puppy's saying there's a guy getting in between us. And then now Puppy's crying. Oh. Maybe Puppy going through some things.
You said I could not sleep on your couch, dude. I can't even sleep on your couch.
She's saying, I can't even sleep on your couch. She's telling Amber.
Not knowing where the gonna go.
And you know what? And I made it happen. You went there.
No, you didn't make that
I
happen.
didn't make it happen. I went straight to the parole office and tried to move my. And the parole office moved you right in that. I didn't even sleep on your couch. Oh, I said, oh, that's what I thought. Okay, but do you understand where that comes from? That is not solely my house. Okay.
Yeah, she's telling Puppy that that's not just her house. TC lives there
He
too.
has an issue with all the.
Yes.
His father in their specific situation.
Yeah, saying TC has an issue with the drug shit, and that you can't bring. He has kids in the house, so no, you can't just bring that into his house. And I respect that, and I agree with that. TC's like, I don't want this shit in my house. I don't want no drug addicts. I don't want no cluckers. I don't want no y'all act like y'all finna do drugs. Don't come here with that shit.
Do you think I'm gonna bring a stack of dope? I don't think you're gonna do it. You are narcissist, bro.
And so Puppy's like, well, what do you think I'm gonna bring a stack of drugs? No, it just like that. That's not the point. The point is people who hang around in drug circles, regardless of whether they do drugs or not, brings trouble with them somehow. And it's a lot of times it's trouble that you can't do anything about.
And he don't have a right to feel that way. I'm not the narcissist. I'm just realistic.
Yeah. And Amber's like, I'm realistic. Amber's caught in the middle.
Nothing. I never asked you to help me do this or do that. I never asked you to help.
No, I asked you. I know why I do those things and try to push you in the right direction because I love you. That's what friends do. And I get shut down for that too. I get shut down for that.
Yeah, so they having a discussion, a real talk.
I'm arguing with you when you don't even know what.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have felonies.
Then that's the problem. How is it the problem?
She's telling Puppy that like Puppy is kind of selfish, you know. She kind of want everything kind of her way, and then when shit fall apart in her relationship, she wants somebody to be there to kind of pick her up. So I get what Puppy is saying, that she needs support, but then you have to come to the point in your life where you have to stand on your own. When you make decisions to leave a relationship or leave somebody, if you have to be prepared for that. I feel like Puppy got herself in a situation with Eric, then she need to get herself out. And you can't be relying upon everybody all the time to come save you. You know what I'm saying? And I think Puppy just wants somebody to come save her. So that's how I feel about that.
So I don't want it to be the first time we meet. Is I'm not coming off as apologetic because I've done nothing but been a stand-up husband.
So now we're going to Aris and Cameron.
I totally apologize for being aggressive, and if I hurt your feelings or made you sad, I see it in your eyes, and I don't want to upset you.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I appreciate the apology, but I wanted you to see it from my point of view, and I feel like you immediately got on guard.
Yeah,
and
Cameron got defensive.
That how we went about it was unorthodox. Revealing this new grandchild to him, I want to do it correctly.
Exactly. Puppy acts like she doesn't have to take responsibility for the own mess that she got her life into. So she has to she got herself in a mess. She got to get herself out.
I wasn't formally raised with no father. You got to think about it. My mom raised me. And then for the rest of the time, I was really fending for myself. I never really answered to nobody. I'm not used to it.
Cameron said he was raised by his mama, which is I raised my kids, but my kids understand that they have someone to answer to, their mother. Just I'm gonna tell people right now, just because you were raised by a single mother doesn't mean you don't know how to be a man. Doesn't mean you don't know how to act and treat people as human beings, because the idea of masculinity and being a grown-up adult and being a good person means being a good person, whether you're male, whether you're female, whether you're black, white, or otherwise. Just because you have a man I know people who had fathers in their house and their fathers weren't shit. Their fathers didn't teach them shit other than how to work on a car, how to fix a roof, and that comes in handy. That's great. That saves you money. That's great. But it didn't teach them because their father wasn't a father. Their father wasn't a real husband. Their father wasn't a provider. Their father beat the shit out their mama. Their father beat the shit out their kids. Their father did stuff, cheated on their mama. So you not only have to have a parent, but you have to have a good parent. And I'm gonna say something right now. There's a lot of single women out here raising kids who are not good parents. There are a lot of single men raising kids who are not good parents. There are people who have two parent households, and one parent is good, the other parent ain't shit. There's people in 2-parent households, both parents ain't shit. It's not. There's people raised by their grandparents, raised by their aunt and uncles, who grow up and live normal lives and be productive citizens. It's really not the sex or the gender of who or how many people raising you. It's what they're doing with their lives and what values that they're instilling in you. You know, Cameron said he was out running the streets and everything. Okay, well, that's a problem. That's a problem. Talking about he's never had to. He said that a lot of times that Aris doesn't understand him, but a lot of times that he don't understand him. And I have to say that at least he admits it, because there are a lot of damaged people, men and women, but especially men, because women, you know, we kind of like to work on ourselves. Like, girl, I'm working on myself. I'm doing me right now. But men have a habit. I'm not trying to dog on you men, but it's the truth, of not going to get mental health, of not looking past their own hangups and their childhood traumas and working past their shit. Women go to therapy. Women have to bring men into couples therapy. A lot of men out there need help and need therapy, especially a lot of black men who've experienced a lot of generational trauma, a lot of the way we were raised. I'm a bitch that was raised in the hood, and I was raised by my grandmother. I didn't have a mama. I didn't have a daddy. I didn't have a grandpa. I had none of that. So I've had spent my life going from one type of person to the person that you see before you, a educated, together, responsible Black woman. But this has taken years of me doing this, y'all. This has taken therapy. This has taken self-actualization, reading, education. I had to work to get here because my family it is not me. My family is not me. My family is like Cameron. Most of my family is that. Most of my family's been incarcerated. My half brothers have been incarcerated. My dad was incarcerated his whole life, in and out his whole life. I didn't have a man in my household. I didn't have nobody teach me what a man's supposed to do. I had to learn that the hard way. I had to be used, mistreated. It's lessons that I'm still learning to this day because I didn't know what a father is supposed to do. I didn't know what a husband is supposed to do. I didn't have none of that. All I had was TV to tell me and friends, and none of that is good because none of that is good to be telling you. So with my children, I teach them what being a good human being is about. It's about being responsible. It's about being honest. It's about being having critical thinking skills. It's about being non-judgmental. All these things is about them being a well-rounded person, a well-rounded human being. So once my son becomes a father, I am not a man. I can't teach everything there is to be about being a man and everything like that. I don't know. I can't tell you, but I can teach my son how to be a good person. I can teach my son not to lie to people and cheat on people and hurt people. Like that has nothing to do with him being a man. It's just not being a scumbag. I don't want my son to be a fuckboy scumbag. So I teach my son to be honest with people and not be a fuckboy scumbag. I don't want my son out there having 5 babies by 5 baby mamas. That's a lesson I have to teach him. He's 13 years old. My son is like, his eye on the prize is I got to get through high school. I got to go through college. I want a career. I want to make money. I want to have my own business. Like it's not about no street life, no bullshit that I grew up with. Being a girl who used to be a gang member and tattoos and all this shit. Like I tell my kids about my former life and they can't even believe it because they know me as like Holly housewife homemaker. To them, their mom is so square and their mom is so cookie cutter and so like vanilla. Like I had to break them down sometimes, and be like, okay, your mom's from the hood. Like you from the hood, I tell them that all the time. They're just a shock because they never see that side of my personality. We live in a gated community, with people drive nice cars, people have two parents, and I had to tell them, that there's people out there that live a different way. There's people out there that are poor and they just get shocked. Like they go to the hood at Oak Cliff and Dallas and they just like, people really live like this. People live in houses like this. People stay like, what the hell? To them, it's just shocking. But I have to, give them a dose of reality because they got to understand that where they live is a privilege, So now Cameron and Aris is telling their daughter, and she's saying they're telling her they're having another baby. And she's like, this puts me under a lot of pressure.
So I'm gonna talk about it. Big sister. Yeah.
Cameron just irritates me.
Like I will be a good big sister, but
she said, I feel like I will be a good sister. But she said, hopefully she doesn't have the same.
And he keeps drinking all the soda.
Oh no. She said he keeps drinking, he keep eating up all the fruit snacks and drinking all the soda. She's saying that she hoped the baby doesn't have the same personality as Cameron. Lord have mercy, y'all. Out of the mouth of babes, out of the mouth of children speaks wisdom. Because she is telling it. She like, he drinks up all the soda. He eats up all the snacks.
Like, I'm not the baby anymore because I was the baby before.
Yeah. She's saying I'm not the baby before. Now, she's like, there's another baby.
What if you care for her more than me?
Oh, I would never care for her more than I care for you. I'm gonna care for y'all equally.
So yeah, I said it's just sad to me that Aris's child is more wise than she is.
I'm never going to
I mean, she is keeping it real.
It's gonna be my first love.
Yeah, I have to come through the cycle breaking. I broke the matrix. All my life has broke the matrix. Again, I tell people, like I said before in my other live streams, I shouldn't even be here. Like I've been shot at. I've survived a mentally and emotionally abusive relationship. I've been a victim of a drive-by. I've lived a lot of life. I've been once I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. So I was in a high control cult. Then I went from that and joined another cult, which is called a gang. So I was set tripping and hanging around gang members. And once I got over that, I went back to the damn cult. And then once I got over that, I put myself through college, became a protester. Um, I didn't did die-ins, and I didn't sat out there and protest Wall Street, protest the George W. Bush and Iraq War. I did all that in college. I got my life together, and then once I got through doing that, I worked. Then years later, met my late husband, got married, had a couple kids. I've lived enough life. I didn't went from a little black girl with living with her grandmama, living in the hood, um, living in the north side of Kalamazoo, and they don't call it the zoo for no reason. And I went from all of that, a statistic, to um I'm an accountant. I'm successful. I'm an artist. I'm a writer. I have my own businesses. Like I've survived every statistic and every odd that anybody can throw at me. Because I was determined. I was determined not to be another statistic. I didn't want to be incarcerated like my cousins. I didn't want to be dead. My nephew died in a drive-by 2 years ago. I've had numerous family members who have died of drug overdoses, gang violence, prison, whatever you name it. I've never been to prison. I've never been a dope fiend. I've never been hooked on drugs. I don't even eat carbs and sugar. Like I am the one that escaped and survived, And then my father died a couple years ago, not of anything tragic like that, but I'm a survivor. I didn't did a lot. I've been through a lot and did a lot, and I'm proud to say that now my kids have a life that I've never dreamed of. My son's, but I'm about to buy him a guitar so he can take guitar lessons. My daughter's about to go to private art school during the summer. Like they live a life that a girl from the hood never could dream of. They do things and go places and go on trips and go to Europe and this summer and do things that I have never in my life as an adult thought was possible. That I would have kids and they would be doing things that I just dreamed of a kid. When I was a little girl reading books, I just sitting there reading books, like read books about England and about France and about Canada and about New York and California. I was like, I'm gonna live and die in this shit town, and I'm never gonna leave, and I'm gonna be here forever. My family's been here forever. I'm gonna be here forever. So it's possible. It's possible that you can rise above and break the cycle, of the things that have happened in my family. Like we generation after generation of just catastrophes. But I broke it. So and if I can do it, anybody can. I mean, if I can make it, almost anybody can. But I've had a lot of luck too.
Somehow it ends up my fault.
So Tayler and Chance is talking. Taylor's crying. I feel bad for her. She just had a baby. I mean, she just had a baby. So you're going through all the hormones and emotions of just having a baby.
You're telling me it's my fault.
So Chance is basically like kind of telling her that everything is her fault. Like
I tried to explain to you that I'm insecure about myself, and then you talking to girls like just make me.
Chance is a punk. Yeah, I don't. Chicken Head says she's a foster kid. I know that was tough, baby. I could have been a foster kid. If my grandmother wouldn't have came and got me from a trap house when I was 5 years old. I mean, I say that lightly, but do I? I say that joking. But am I joking? Am I joking? Yeah, my grandmother was one hell of a woman. And went and got me and was like, this is my grandchild. Y'all gonna fight me for her? Because I have my grandchild sit up here in this situation, and I'm finna go get my grandkid, and I'm raising her. So thank God for my grandmother. She rest in peace. My grandmother saved my life. Like she really I could have been one of these kids passed down from relative to relative, place to place, abused. I don't know what kind of things would have went on in my childhood if my grandmother would have left me with my parents at the time. Like I don't know. So I thank the universe for her every day.
or me talking to my
Chance is so triggering to Asana. Chance is triggering to you.
Where does the line draw?
Chance is triggering to me because he gaslights. Chance is triggering me because I've dated a son of a bitch like this. I mean, I don't mean to talk bad about people, but Chance ways really reminds me a little bit of my ex, who whenever we would get into an argument, he would talk like this. And he would try to do that slick talk and try to turn it back on, make like everything was my fault. And none of it, if my ex is watching this, none of this shit was my fault. None of it. None of it. As I look back now, it was all gaslighting. It was like, well, you said this and it was deflection. It was like, I don't want to admit anything that I do is wrong. And it was gaslighting. None of it was my fault. I didn't do anything wrong in my past previous relationship. I tried to love the person as best as I could. And this person has too many issues for me to even deal with.
He's done and said a lot of stuff.
But at least I didn't have a baby with the MFer.
But I don't threaten to leave him. I'm going inside.
She said they have a lot of arguments and a lot of things. But Chance get mad and he threatened to leave her.
You're right. We don't have.
He's a narcissist, yeah.
No, because
Yeah, I agree, Asana. I totally agree.
How about looking at yourself?
I do, but I feel like this.
He said, I do. How about looking at yourself? I do. Chance, how the hell you look at yourself?
You're going to be miserable, so I need to just go ahead and get out of your life.
He says, I just know you need to go ahead and get out of your life. And they just had a baby?
Done and said a lot of
Child,
relationship, but I don't threaten to.
No, I thank God I did not procreate with this. Now look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I did get pregnant by this person, but it was I had a blighted ovum. I got off of my birth control. I got a blighted ovum. So if you know what a blighted ovum is, it's just like when the egg thing forms, but there's no baby on the inside. The baby aborted itself. I had a blighted ovum. So thank God I didn't have a baby with. I spent 4 years with this person. So it is manipulation. And I tell people that abuse doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's putting their hands on you. Abuse doesn't necessarily mean that you're taking a physical blow to your body. Abuse is also manipulation. I learned this from a psychologist, that abuse is manipulation. Abuse doesn't mean that somebody's verbally abusing you. Like we all know about verbal abuse. We all know about physical abuse. But if I just had a baby, yeah. And then to deal with somebody, I could see the hurt on Taylor's face. To deal with somebody who threatens to leave you every day, that's low. That's not what you do to somebody that just had your child. That you're like, well, we're not getting along, so we just might just leave. You know, we might just not be together. Huh? This is how you handle situations. You just threaten to leave. Okay, that's childish. You know, but to be with somebody for 4 or 5 years and then you try to tell them that there's issues and there's problems and you want the relationship to be better and then they try to push it back on you like you're the problem. If you just didn't have problems with our relationship, be good. If you just have problems, how can I not have problems? Because we in a relationship for all these years and it's not really going anywhere. We're not really doing anything. Like, what are we doing? What's happening? Like do you know, I don't know. I think some people just have a real sick and twisted version of love. I think that some people don't really know what love is. That love is self-serving. I can say that. There are some people out there, my ex included, so I hope he watched this video so he can get mad if he wants to. But for some people, love is selfish. Love is when everything is good for my ex and everything was going the way he wanted it to go. Our relationship was fine and he was happy and he was great. But the moment I'll be like, wait a minute, I'm not happy with this. Or wait a minute, I need more. I need you to be there for me more. I need you to. And he was not. He was not there emotionally. He was not there physically. He was there sexually. But in other ways, he was not there for me. Or it's not consistent. Sometimes he was loving and kind. And sometimes he was just like he had checked out the relationship. I told him, if you don't want to be with me, we don't have to be together. It's just that simple. We don't have to be together. Just leave. And then I wouldn't talk to him, and then he would text message me and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I love you," and because again, at that time, the relationship served a purpose for him, in my opinion. But the moment I started to crack down and being like, "Your sorries are not going to work," no, I want this and this out of this relationship. The moment I start putting my foot down and telling him that I demanded more of him in a relationship, that's when he stepped away. That's when he got gone because he couldn't handle it. Because the type of relationship that's what's normal to other people, he couldn't handle it. So now Amber and Puppy are arguing because she's saying that Puppy was not there for her. And that Amber feels like she's always helped Puppy, but Puppy's that her feelings are the only one that matter. And people like that they don't see it. Like it's just the weirdest thing. You know. Because I'm the type of person, I feel like if you love somebody, you're there for them. If you love somebody like you say you love somebody, then you there. You there for them, whether it be a friend, a boyfriend, a husband, or whatever, wife, whatever. That if you love somebody, you got their back. You love somebody, you like, okay, babe. You're like, what do I have to do to make this relationship work? What do I need to do to make it work? Yeah, I agree, Asana. He was not there for me. And I went back and looked over the relationship, and I'm like, I he was never really there for me. It was a relationship that served him because it was the type of relationship that he wanted. It was easy for him because I made it easy for him. I'm an easy kind of bitch. I'm not gonna be that way anymore. With my next relationship, I'm gonna demand things. I didn't really understand and know my worth when I got with my ex. I really didn't understand it. And then on top of that, I was in love. I was deeply in love, deeply, deeply in love with this person. And when you're in love with somebody, it blinds a lot of shit. But I was deeply, deeply in love with this person. I've always been deeply in love with this person. But love is a verb. Yeah, love is action, James. Love is action. Love is action. You can't tell somebody you love somebody, and then when you go to have surgery, they're not there for you. I mean, I had major back surgery, and this person that I was with was not there for me. Anybody else would have had surgery. If I would have been with any other dude, they would have been here. I'm a single mom, right? So here I am, back surgery. I'm in the bed, like I laid up, couldn't help it. I had friends and family come help me, but this person who loved me and cared for me wasn't there for me. And when I brought this up, he turned around on me and got mad at me. Why are you getting mad for me pointing out the obvious? Well, no, that's not true. You want to make me out like I'm a monster or I'm such a bad person. Well, bitch, if the shoe fit, put that motherfucker on. You said it, not me. Well, the way you sounded made me seem like I'm a bad person. Well, when your girlfriend has back surgery and they're in the hospital for a week, and and and, and they get out the hospital, and your ass is not there to help, yeah, that makes you a piece of shit. I'm just putting it out there. You might be a piece of shit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm like, are you gonna come see me? Are you gonna come see me? Like, I'm sitting here laying in bed, laid up. I can't even lay down straight. You just gonna come see me? Oh yeah, I will. You can see me. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. This really, really, really happened to me. This is real talk, y'all. So I'm like, if the shoe fit, wear it. So again, it's not about being a good boyfriend when everything's fine and everything's great and you're having a good time and your life is good. It's about being a good friend or good boyfriend when shit hits the fan. When you're sick, you're ill, you're in a hospital, someone dies, when you're emotionally just like, look, I can't handle this emotionally. I'm going through some things or things going on in my job and my life, and that person is woefully inept to help you through any of your shit because they don't know how to handle their own emotions, much less another person's. So word to the wise, don't ever get involved with somebody who is such a narcissist, and somebody who is so, there's something wrong with them. um and I think, like I said, in my relationship, it was the fact that my ex has addiction issues, and he doesn't want to admit that he has a problem. He doesn't want to admit that he has a mental problem. He doesn't want to admit that he has addiction problems, that he demons that he's fighting, that he can't be, he shouldn't be, can't be in a grown ass person relationship, because he's an addict. So that's never gonna work, and he don't want to admit it. He didn't want to admit it to me. He didn't want to admit it to nobody. I hope he's watching this video. I already know, allegedly. He tried to hide it for 5 years and it didn't work, and he tried the best to try to hide it, but I'm not stupid. So Amber's talking to her parents, and her parents are telling you, yeah, bitch, you drink a lot. Speaking of addiction issues. So they're telling Amber basically, yeah, you drink too much. Like, you drink, you know. He tried to take you out with the car with. He probably did. Y'all been there. And never apologized and never helped me for something that he fucked up. By the way. His way of dealing with it was just disappearing, because he didn't want, anyway, I won't even go there because it just makes me angry. So Amber's parents are telling her that, that her mental stability, that she goes through mental things. So stress. So stress, they like, if you own a bar, bitch, you gonna be up here drinking? Yeah, I'm sort of a people pleaser as well. Like, I'm a fixer. I'm a cancer, I'm a nurturer, and I'm a fixer. I like to fix things and fix people. And that doesn't, and I'm not doing that no more. The next man that's gonna be in my life is gonna cater to me. The next man that's gonna be on my life is gonna be like, babe, what do you want? Do you want the earth? Do you want the moon or the stars today? I'm not accepting any man who is not gonna pull down the fucking heavens to be with me. Because god damn it, I handle my business. I handle my business all day. I work. I handle my business. My sex game is impeccable. I'm just telling y'all, like it just is. I'm an open-minded. I'm an intelligent, attractive black woman. I'm not crazy. I'm not hooked on drugs. I'm a normal I'm a good mother. I'm a good person. I'm a good sister. I'm a good friend. I'm a good pet owner. All of that. I'm a good person. And there's nothing wrong with me saying that. There's nothing wrong with me just being, I was so wrapped into being humble and trying to downplay this and downplay that. I'm not downplaying nothing no more. Cause I deserve somebody who's gonna be like, baby, I have this awesome ass fucking woman next to me, and we gonna grab the world by the horns, and we gonna rule this motherfucking ride on out. I want a boss. I want a king. I want an emperor sitting next to me. I want somebody who's like, we finna take this world by storm. We finna do what we do, baby. Do what we do, So Amber talked to her parents, and she didn't calm the hell down, because her parents then told her, like, look, you can't let this shit trigger you. And Amber and Puppy just need to go ahead and just lay on up, roll on out. They need to go ahead and get back together. Dump TC sorry ass, and they need to get back together. She's like, I can call an Uber. She told her to get in the truck.
Nobody will help me. It's not fair.
I mean, okay. So now we going back to Lindsey. And then the daughter, again, this whole episode is about the kids, because daughter is like, I don't want to get shot. I just want to go home. I don't know, what is Blaine doing. They talking about you ready. So what is Blaine doing?
You don't even want to watch me try? No. What happened? I don't know. She said she don't want to do it.
Oh, it's not Blaine, it's the daughter. The daughter's saying she don't want to do it. She's like, this not my
I
thing.
don't know. I don't know what's wrong with Miley. Like, she seems so down at first, and then
Yeah, Miley seemed like she was ready to do it, but then she was like,
I am a little bit worried about it.
so now the daughter don't
Just
want to
in the
do
fact
it.
that it's a
Well,
change in attitude.
yeah, Mom, can you buy me $50,000 worth of alcohol?
And in the I hate the whole world, I kind of just leave her alone.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, break.
So Blaine and Lindsey out here shooting.
I'm not made for war.
We're getting surrounded.
Okay, so they out here shooting. Okay, where my remote at? Because the daughter clearly, yeah, the daughter clearly is not interested in their shenanigans and activities. She's just like, this is all for the cameras, and I'm not here for it. And the daughter's like, I'm not here for this bullshit, and I'm finna sit here on my phone. The daughter obviously, yeah. Yeah, the daughter didn't want to go since the beginning. Yeah, the daughter didn't even want to be at the damn trailer, y'all. The daughter was just looking around like she didn't want to be there. The daughter was like, I don't want to get shot, so yeah, teenage girls don't want to do no damn paintball war. Like, what the fuck? Like, she was over it. The daughter was like, I'm over this. Wow, the daughter just got out the car and was like,
13's not a fun age. Like, my kids got sometimes.
she just got out the car. Because the reason why the daughter wasn't down for it, because she know this is all set up by the producers and she know it's bullshit. Like, we don't know what kind of relationship that Lindsey really has with her daughter without the cameras being around. So the daughter may peep game and be like, I don't know when's the last time Lindsey spent time with her daughter or heard from her. So her daughter may be feeling like, well, the only time you want to spend time with me is when the cameras is here. It may be some shit. I'm just guessing, allegedly. I don't know. I'm not on they social media. I don't know what Lindsey's relationship is with her daughter. But I just seemed to me like the daughter was kind of like, the look on her face was kind of like, this is fake, this is phony, and I don't want no part of this shit. I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend that everything's all good, because behind the scenes everything might not be all good. That's just my theory. You know, the way the daughter acted was just kind of like, yeah, she may not want to be on TV. My son is 13. My son don't act like that. I mean, my son, he would act like that. He would just go along to get along and be like, or tell me, Mom, I don't want to do that. But yeah, I don't know what kind of relationship Lindsey really has with her daughter. But the relationship that it seemed like they did have, like from what I've been watching on the show, it just seems like
so much more difficult outside of prison.
Lindsey's saying life is so much difficult outside of prison. But I mean, that's just life. You have to deal with the ups and downs of dealing with children, dealing with relationships, dealing with work, that's just, I mean, what Lindsey's describing is just normal life. And I probably not really understanding that Lindsey ain't never really had probably a real normal life. Yeah, I don't think Lindsey did anything wrong or anything like that. Like
I'm paying for everything.
Oh, Lindsey said she paying for everything.
Miley has an attitude.
She said
so much on me.
She's like, she's under a lot of pressure.
All the time. It's like I can't catch a break.
It's like she can't catch a break. But honey, that's life. I mean, that's just life sometimes. And now she crying. Oh Lord, is that crying? Oh Lord, is she really crying? What she want Blaine to do? Oh, not Lindsey whining like a little biatch. Yeah, girl, that's called life. Really? Oh, now she banging on the thing. She's like, I can't do this no more. It's under so much pressure. And then the way Blaine was looking at her was like, again, the looks in this show says it all. You know, the looks in this show says it all. The way Blaine was looking at her was like, yeah, welcome to the real world. Like, I'm just like, okay, I have to do everything. Well, shit, bitch. Okay, so do I. If I don't work, that the bills don't get paid in this MFA. That's life, okay? I don't have anybody else to help me. Ain't nobody else taking care of my kids. Like, if they get an attitude, then I have to deal with it. I don't have anybody else to deal with my children. Or at least she got her mama to ship her daughter off too. She don't even have full custody of her kid. So imagine dealing with a moody 13-year-old girl all the time. Like, girl, just count your blessings and be happy that she has a job. Ain't nobody tell Lindsey to get with Blaine. Now she got to take care of him and her. Okay, girl, but you don't have to. Everybody always has some sort of choice. And if shit becomes too hard, then you need to brainstorm as to what would make your life easier. But throwing a hissy fit and banging on the garage door like and crying about it, that is not gonna fix your issue. It is what it is. Yes, you have to. It's called being an adult. It's adulting. You have to make sure your bills is paid, that you have food, that you have gas in the car, that you can, that your daughter is straight. This is what Lindsey was banging on about. I'm like, girl, that's just called being a grown adult. It's called being a grown ass person. That's what grown ass people do. You feel pressure, you feel tired, you feel stressed, you feel upset at times. There's shit that happens that you don't have no control over. It's called life. Like I said, some of these people that have been incarcerated and been hooked on drugs and been through, addictions and everything, they don't know how to deal with life. They don't know how to deal with their emotions and situations and things. They don't know how to deal with it. So when it comes to them dealing with real world stuff that we would consider like normal, they flip out, they run away, they quit, they relapse, or whatever. And it's sad, but like I said, you have to have some level, some sort of counseling. You have to have some sort of counseling. Especially if you're formerly incarcerated, if you're a former addict. I don't know if Lindsey's going to a counselor or anything, but you have a counselor just not only to deal with your addiction, but to deal with life, just to deal with life. Like getting out of prison, and depends on how long you've been locked up, is nothing to just wave off. It's a hard knock life being in prison and getting out of prison and adjusting to having life as a normie. Because again, a lot of these people have never had normal relationships, never had relationships with their children. They never worked a 9 to 5 job. They rip and run. They run in the streets. You know, so it can be tough. It can be jarring. It can be tough. It can take but it takes a while to adjust. I mean, it can be done. A lot of people then got out of prison and then made something of their lives. But when you first get out of prison, especially them first, like they said, I think there's a statistic that I read, like the first couple of years is real hard. The first couple of years you get out of prison, they said it's the worst time. I think it said the first 2 years. That's when people end up relapsing the first 2 years. Within the first 2 years, I think it's a high percentage. I don't know what percentage it was, like 60% of people get out of incarceration, end up back within the first 2 years. So that first 2 years is crucial. You have to set some kind of ground rules and some pattern, and you have to work on real hard to try to get your life together. But you're going to have setbacks. You're going to have friends and family and jobs and trying to find a place to live and all of that. It's hard from what I've been told. Like I said, I've never been in prison, never been an addict, but from what I've been told, it's been tough. This episode was pretty mundane. It was pretty boring. I give this episode a D minus. Like, this episode was just, the stuff with Blaine and Lindsey. Obviously, the daughter wasn't down with. The best part of this whole episode was the kids. Lindsey's daughter, the way she looked at the place, talking about it smelled like death, and she didn't like the trailer, and she was looking around like it stank, and she didn't want to be there from the get-go. Then them going to paintballing, whatever. The daughter probably felt like it was set up by the producers. and maybe she wasn't down with it, or she may have been feeling some type of way. We don't know, but it just kind of seemed like her attitude was looking around like, why am I doing, like the look on her face was very telling. Aris's daughter finding out about the pregnancy, and she was saying that she hoped the kid doesn't end up like Cameron, that he drinks up all the soda, he eating up all the fruit snacks, eating up all the Doritos, he eating up all the motherfucking ho-hos, the ding dongs, the candy, that he drinking up all the soda, he probably eat up all the bread, he probably leaving the bread open, because you know how you get the bread and you get the twist tie, then some people leave the bread open and the bread gets hard, and then you know you don't really like that. He probably eating up all the, he look like type of motherfucker that would leave the bread open, that he wouldn't put the twist tie back on it, or at least put a knot in it. You know, he looked like type of motherfucker just leave the bread open. He would just get a sandwich, he pull some slices out and leave that motherfucker open. That's the kind of man that camera looks like. So, you know, so the daughter, you can tell that she ain't kind of not feeling Cameron. I don't agree with Aris getting pregnant so quickly. I just don't understand it. There was no Juju and Michael this episode. No Juju and Michael. No Juju. They went on there. I guess they didn't have nothing to do, nothing to talk about. Who else are we missing? Monique and Derek. That it was another. The only reason Monique and Derek is even popular is because of all the offline shenanigans. If you would just watch this show and not know anything about Monique and Derek, you know, the stuff on social media, the stuff with the sisters, if you would just watch this show and then somebody would tell you that how popular they are off, you know, off the show and online, people wouldn't even believe it. Like I know people who watch this show and they barely watch the show because I watch it. And I tell them what's going on. They like, why? They think Monique and Derek, you're boring. They're like, they're boring. They're boring. If you just watch the show, the only thing that was good was the fight that was had. That was like 3 episodes ago. Other than the fight, Love During Lockup, in this season, other than the fight, somebody please tell me how Derek and Monique are exciting on this show. I'll wait. Y'all please tell me where is the excitement in them? It's not exciting. It's not exciting. They got, the only exciting was the fight and the fact that they got chased, like during Love During Lockup, that the white car chased them or whatever, and that was hilarious and that was funny. But other than that, I mean, besides those 2 incidences, it's been boring. Like like I said, I'm not on these people's social media. I just wait for Gio and according to Amber to post, but I don't know what's going on with this and that and gossip and then the ex coming for. If it wasn't for all of that off the show shenanigans, nobody would care. The only reason people cared about Monique and Derek on the show was because Monique is a big girl and Derek's a little dude. But after a while, that's boring. Like that, the novelty has worn off. It's like, okay, now what? The novelty is worn off. And I thought Derek was gonna propose and all this other shit. I don't see Monique walking around with no ring. Nothing was mentioned in this episode about Derek proposing to Monique, at least so far. Maybe the next episode, maybe. I don't know. But like I said, I just watched the show. I don't watch all the extra shit. And watching this show, Monique and Derek is a nothing burger. It's boring. This season, they barely even in the show. I don't think last week they was even on that episode. Oh yeah, they was last week. But he was fussing with his parole officer, and that's it. Then this episode, they fussing again at the Airbnb. That's it. They barely even got any screen time. They got like maybe 5 minutes of screen time. Like, you know, yeah, it's not a real love story. You know, to my Laurel and Hardy child. I used to watch Laurel and Hardy as a kid. Late at nights on Saturdays, they used to have them old black and white shows. You know, she rummaged through his bag. Yeah, if he had a ring, she would have found it. I agree. It is. It is a nothing burger. It's nothing. It's nothing. There's nothing there. There's no chemistry between Derek and Monique. You can't tell me that Derek and Monique are sleeping together in the same bed. They not. They got that big ass Airbnb for what? You got like a 2-3 story Airbnb with like 6 or 7 different rooms for what? They could have got a nice condo Airbnb. They could have got a nice apartment Airbnb. They could have got a nice 3-bedroom house Airbnb. They could have got some rich ass person's oh my God, I'm still on that. You got this big old house, this big old Airbnb with a gym and all this and all. For what? You got all this rooms for what? For what? In my opinion, because Derek is gonna be in this room and Monique gonna be in this room. That's the reason. That's the reason. I don't believe for 1 second, allegedly, my opinion, that Derek and Monique are still sleeping together. I think this is a whole business setup. It's a gag. I've said that watching Love during Lockup. I said I think it started off where Monique really liked Derek and really wanted to be with Derek, and then she realized after a while that he's talking that these hoes be for everybody. That he was talking to everybody, and then she realized, well, we on the show, so we might as well go ahead. And then things started popping off offline, and then they was like, okay, we getting popular. Let's get this money and roll on out. Derek and Monique do have no chemistry, have no physical, emotional, sexual, nothing chemistry. They just seem like brother and sister. Like the way they interact with each other, it's not loving. It's not flirtatious. It's not cutesy. It's none of that. It just seems like I'm watching cousins or brothers and sisters or friends talk to each other. He calling Big Mama a few times again. That's weird. They have some glasses of wine. That's it. I ain't seen no cuddling. I ain't seen no holding hands. I mean, he got in the car and was like, "Here, these flowers." Like, where? How long has it been since they seen each other? Where the kissing at? Y'all ain't kissing. Y'all ain't rubbing. Like, I ain't seen my man in a minute. I would have been like, "Hey, I would have got a kiss. I would have held his hand. I would have been rubbing on his thigh a little bit. He would have been rubbing on my thigh a little bit. Like, I'm just like they in front of the camera and they just driving. Oh, thank you for the flowers. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Big Mama, I got you these flowers. Look at these flowers. I'm like, bitch, you look like you got the flowers at Kroger, ho. Like, okay. Let me stop. Okay. I'm like, is she like, thank you. And then he just threw them in the back seat. And then they get mad and he threw them in the trash. Baby, what? Them flowers ain't got no vase. You didn't have them delivered. I mean, damn, Derek, at least have, like FTD. At least have some floral people come and deliver the flowers or something. He didn't do none of that. Like he didn't do none of that. It's like I just brought you some flowers that was wrapped up that he looked like he bought at a grocery store. I mean, spent like $30 for. Woo wowie. Even though Monique then bought him Gucci and a cell phone and Versace, and she done spent like $2,000-$3,000 when he got out of jail. And he bought her some flowers, a candle. That one episode he bought her a damn cat. I'm like, really? Child. I'm like, Monique, baby. Girl. I'm like, y'all be really easily impressed. Like, oh, okay. I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing but child. I mean, like I'm just like that. That's it. Just bring us some flowers and a candle. Yup. Got her. I'm just like, okay, and I'm not gonna say anything because there comes one time what that would be impressive. I'm just not impressed with that anymore. So it's just okay. But anyway, this episode, like I said, it was just a little boring to me. It was kind of slow. I had to fast forward a few people. But that's all right though. But I thank everybody for being here. Again, I'm fixing to record my Nicole and Mahmoud video. And then I'm gonna post that up probably tomorrow or Tuesday. I think 90 Day. Yeah, 90 Day. The new episode is tonight. I might watch it before. I might do a watch along. But like I said, I really like recording my watch along my watch alongs live because I like you guys, you know, uh uh I like how you guys really respond. Like I like reading you guys' comments and stuff. And so what I'm looking right now and seeing what. So I might watch this episode. I might watch it, y'all. I think I'm gonna watch it live. But I think I'm gonna watch it live. But I think I'm just gonna hold off and not post it until a later time. But anyway, y'all. Um. Oh, she didn't get him. Okay, y'all are telling me some too. Some tea. They said between Chicken Head said that between you and us, she did not get him legitimate. So she didn't get him real Gucci belts and Gucci shirts. That all that shit was knockoffs. What? Are y'all kidding me? Oh my god. Wow. Okay. So there might have been some knockoffs because they have some good knockoffs out there, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. They got some good knockoffs. I didn't see some Versace knockoffs online that I was gonna get my son some Versace, but I'll wait until like school starts, in August. But it's his birthday coming up. But yeah, total knockoffs. No. Oh my God. Okay, y'all. We gotta talk about that later about the total knockoffs. Anyway, thanks to everybody being here. Any lurkers? Allegedly. If any one of my exes are watching, I know at least 4 of my exes that subscribe to my channel. Now, I like to say hi to all my exes. All of you. All of you. I've loved all of you. I've loved all of you really, really, really well, and y'all know it. Some of y'all, most of y'all, I'm cool. Most of y'all, I'm cool. Chris, we cool. Callie, we cool. We cool. Um, we cool. The other one, I don't know if he's watching or not. So, but anyway, but yeah, 4 of my exes are subscribed to my channel. Again, like I said, I don't know if they watch. Sometimes I think they be lurking because one of my exes will send me a message and be like, that was a good live stream. And I'm like, were you watching? Like, yeah, I was watching. I'm like, what? So some of my exes are okay, but the one that broke my heart, get bent. But everybody else, you guys have a good day. Like I said, I'm gonna have my procedure on Tuesday. I might live stream it. Y'all know I may pop up Tuesday. I may live and be in my camera talk about I'm live here finna get my procedure at the hospital. I might pop up, y'all. I might do that. But I'm gonna watch 90 Day. I'm gonna get off this live stream and I'm gonna come back and do 90 Day. And so if you guys are here, that's cool. And then I'm gonna repost it at a later date. Because I got some really interesting things to say about Mahmoud and Nicole and the things that I've heard from again, I know real Muslims. I know Egyptians. I've dated 2 Muslim men. If I didn't put and one of them wanted to take me to Palestine to meet his mother and wanted me to convert. It's a long story, but yeah, anyway, you guys, good night. I gotta get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I've been thinking about doing this video all day because it's just annoying me. Anyway, live from my esophagus, all down my throat. Y'all don't make fun of my tongue. Everybody makes fun of it, like, because I have a lizard tongue. So, yeah, y'all, lizard tongue. Let me stop on being messy. But anyway, y'all have a good night. I'll be right back. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.